to take this opportunity to express our heartfelt thanks to you for the guidance at every step in this journey of rejuvenating eco clubs. We have done some very path-breaking activities last year, and I hope that under your guidance we shall be able to take the eco clubs to further heights this year. I also take this opportunity to welcome the Secretaries School Education, Principal Secretary Karnataka Rashmi Ma'am, Principal Secretary Kerala Srimati Rani George, Secretary School Education Assam Shri Shanawaz Chowdhury, Shri Ajay Yadav Secretary Education Bihar, Shri Siddharth Komal Pardesi Secretary Education Chhattisgarh, Ms. Bhanu Prabha Secretary Education Ladakh, and Shri P. Jawahar, Commissioner cum Secretary Education, Puducherry. I also invite the SPDs from 13 states who have joined us today. Sir, 32 states and union territories have joined the webinar. So with that, I extend a warm welcome to everybody present in the webinar, and I request you, sir, to give your opening remarks.
Thank you, Dr. Amarpreet Duggalji, all our colleagues here in this hall, and all our principals, secretaries, and SPDs, and other officials of the Education Department from various states and UTs who have joined us virtually. We are having a webinar on Eco Clubs for Mission Life. And as mentioned by the Joint Secretary, there are two things which would be happening today. A, we'll be familiarizing with you with the new portal which we have created for Eco Club for Mission Life. And it has shaped up rather well. And I think this portal is going to be a game changer kind of a thing in trying to capture the kind of events which will be taking place in all these schools under the aegis of Eco Club for Mission Life. And the second one is in the context of Earth Day, which we are going to celebrate on 22nd of April. So, I mean, we were discussing it, and we would be happy to know your views also as to how quickly we can make these Eco Club for Mission Lives active. So, our Joint Secretary, she is in the process of drawing up an annual calendar when we can do events. And anyway, this annual calendar is going to be suggestive, and it is not going to be exhaustive per se. So you can always add something to your schools depending on the kind of activities you have it in the scale, and every state also has very specific days which you celebrate. So the larger issues are very few. The larger issues that we are all aware of the fact that we are seeing an environmental change all around. And we've been discussing as to how sustainably we can survive this change. So there is climate change, there is global warming, and we can see a rise of pollution which is linked with the global warming and climate change. And then we are also seeing loss of biodiversity. Now, our children must be aware of all these things as to what does loss of biodiversity mean? How jungles have becoming, populated by a single kind of species. And the multiple species which our original jungles had, they seem to be going out. How agriculture has led to, bringing in some kind of a monochromatic agriculture, where one kind of crop is being propagated all over the place. I think I was reading somewhere that almost everyone in the whole world eats just one kind of a banana, which is called the Cavendish banana. Imagine if something were to happen to this banana because of a virus, then I think the entire crop across the world is going to get wiped out. So biodiversity and the kind of strength it brings to our lives is extremely important, and our children must understand this. I had gone to some schools some time back, and I saw that what they had done was that they had put a QR code on each and every plant and tree in that campus. And all you need to do was to pick up your mobile phone and take a picture, and it would give you all the information with respect to that plant, that species, and everything, all the things you want to know about it. So we thought that let's do this exercise on this Earth Day on the 22nd of April. That go around, look at all the flora around in our habitat. It could be within the school and it could be outside the school. Learn more about it and also create a QR code for it. And how do you create a QR code for it? For a species, for a plant. And I think this will give our students and teachers a great opportunity to know more about it, but also become more digitally savvy. There is a portal where you can go and create these QR codes. So I requested our joint secretary that can we have a session with all our colleagues where we could actually demonstrate as to how these QR codes can be created. And if you do it on this 22nd of April, it will be a great learning exercise for us. But then I would also request you that whatever you do on that particular day, you should also take that opportunity to upload it on the new portal which has been developed for Eco Club for Mission Life. Dr. Amarpreet Dugal would be making a presentation to you where she would be bringing out all these things in detail, so I'm not going to say that. But the last point I would want to sum up is that, we have 14.8 lakh schools in the country. Out of that, 10.5 lakh schools are government and government aided. Out of this 10.5 lakh schools, approximately 8 lakh schools have a duly constituted eco club for. I would want that all the 10.5 lakh schools, which are government and government aided, should have a eco club for Mission Life, do activities, use the portal to capture your activity. But that is not sufficient. I would want that we should take this opportunity to reach out to all the privately managed schools also, because that is also a place where a large number of our children are studying. So all the 14.8 lakh schools across different managements should have an eco club for Mission Life, for whom this portal is going to be open. We would want to see their activity also being captured on this portal. So with these initial remarks, I take this opportunity once again to welcome all our colleagues, and I'm absolutely sure that with your intervention, with your support, and with your understanding, we'll be able to reach out to each and every child in the school, all the teachers, and through them their parents, and create an awareness about Eco Club for Mission Life, how sustainable living is actually being forced on us, and if you do not respond to it, there will be difficulties ahead of us, and how sustainable living should become part of it, part of all of us. And India has had a great tradition of sustainable living. This is something which we can take it out to the world and tell them that, look, this is the way we have done it. You may also like to have a look at it and emulate it in your lifestyle. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. We have a short presentation. Next.
कर लीजिएगा, can I take leave? मैं चलता हूँ। आप कर लीजिए। Yeah. Thank you.
So, as we all know, the national education policy emphasizes the critical importance of integrating environmental awareness and sustainability principles into school curricula. The vision of the policy is to instill among the learners a deep-rooted pride in being Indian and dispositions that support responsible commitment to sustainable development and living. And like Secretary Sir just mentioned, the policy highlights the ancient Indian traditions of environmental conservation, aligning them with modern scientific understanding. So Mission Life, as we all know, is a global initiative that was put forth by Honorable Prime Minister at COP26 in Glasgow on the 1st of November 2021, and it was formally launched at Kevadia, Gujarat on 20th October 2022. Mission Life advocates mindful resource utilization to protect and conserve the environment. The movement aims to transform people into pro-planet persons, adopting sustainable lifestyles. So, like Secretary Sir just mentioned, India's per capita carbon footprint is 60% lower than the global average because of lifestyle rooted in sustainable traditional practices, culture, and values. So now, eco clubs last year, we have done two things. We have aligned the activities of eco clubs with Mission Life. The 7 themes of Mission Life are listed on the right side of the slide, and these 7 themes are: adopt healthy lifestyle, adopt sustainable food systems, reduce waste, reduce e-waste, save water, save energy, and say no to single-use plastic. So we have aligned the activities of eco clubs for Mission Life with all these 7 themes, and in fact we have renamed eco clubs as eco clubs for Mission Life. So this was done via a DO letter dated 8th of July 2024. And the objectives, of course, are to sensitize children to environment and climate change concerns, to inculcate pro-environment attitudes and behaviors among them, and to bring the children to participate in environment-friendly activities so that they behave responsibly towards nature. Now, we have organized a small activity in order to mark the Earth Day. Earth Day, as we all know, is on 22nd April, and we have designed this activity where children should be taken around the school campus, or if there isn't enough flora in the school, then outside to a nearby park or any other suitable place. And they should be made to identify and then research on the flora in the school, and then generate QR codes and then fix those QR codes to the flora. So the objective is to generate awareness, to combine environmental learning with digital skills, and to provide access to information about the trees' names, species, benefits, etc. So this is the first step towards any sustainable living, that first you should know as to what your surroundings contain. So the steps have been outlined. The Eco Club's coordinator, the teacher in charge, should form groups of students. So they can be from various classes, not restricted to secondary or senior secondary or middle. It can even go to primary. Then the survey should be done. Then a catalog needs to be created as to what are the various flora species available. And then after doing some research, those government sources or any other reliable sources can be taken for generating the QR code. The QR code can be static or dynamic. We will just demonstrate both the versions. And then those codes need to be stored either in the desktop if it's a static code, or in the cloud if it's a dynamic code. And then, of course, before putting it on the flora, on the tree, it's better to test whether it's functioning properly. And the final step is to place the label onto the flora. So we will now take you through a small demonstration as to how to generate the QR code. Over to Renu.
Thank you so much, ma'am. A very good morning to everyone. I'll be demonstrating how to create QR codes for the flora. As we are organizing this activity to celebrate Earth Day, so the basic requirement for this activity is we need a computer system, a desktop, a laptop, or it can also be carried out using a smartphone. We will be generating two types of QR codes. One is static and dynamic. I'll be explaining you both. So as per the requirement of the school, they can generate any type of the QR code. The first step is the school in charge, Eco Club for Mission Life in charge need to form a group of students. They need to explore the school campus. If there are no trees or flora in the school campus, they can go to the nearby park and they can search the trees. They can find out what is that type of tree, what is the scientific name of the tree, whether it's a fruit bearing tree or it's an ornamental tree or it's a medicinal tree. So they can search, they can learn about different uh, the uses of that tree, the importance of that tree, and they can catalog that information. They can write down. It can be a science activity and a fun learning activity for the students also. So first thing, there are ample number of QR code generation softwares available. You need an internet connection. Just open any web browser. You can see on our screen also. Just open any web browser. In the web browser, type QR code generator or a software's free website available, QR code monkey. So when you type QR code monkey, you can check on the screen that you can get so many other websites which are available. So you simply click on the option QR code monkey. When you open this, a web page, the first home page of the website opens up. In this, as you can see on my screen, there are two options. In the first only, URL and text. So first I will teach you how to generate static QR code. To generate static QR code, please click on the text option. When you click on the text option, you need to type your text. There is a label, a field available in which you can type the text for the tree. Like suppose in your campus you have a guava tree and you searched about that tree. You just wrote about that tree in your notebook or on you created a digital document, and then now you can type the text for your QR code. So like I have some text, you can type also, or you can copy the text from anywhere, wherever you have saved it. Simply copy the text, then go back to your web browser. So here you will type the QR code, your text you need to type. Once you are done with the text, simply you need to set, if you want to change the like the color of the QR code, you want to add some logo, you want to add some image, or you want to customize the design. Suppose I want to change the color of my QR code, so I can just click on the color. From here I can select the color. Suppose I want my QR code to be in green color. I have changed the settings to green color. If you want to add any image, you can click on this, you can add image. If you want to change the design, you can select any design from here. Suppose we change this iframe design. Once you are done with this, on the right hand side, you need to click on create QR code. When you click on create QR code, your QR code gets generated. See, whatever we have typed and the color we have changed and the design we have put, based on those, it has been generated. Now you need to download this QR code. When you click on download PNG, your QR code starts downloading. Your QR code is being generated. You need not to log in to any website. You need not to register over here. Simply your QR code has been generated. So when we click on this, this is the QR code which we have generated for a guava tree. This QR code is static. It means that this QR code is not linked to any website. The information which we typed in the text box, it has been embedded in this QR code. So anyone who will be scanning this QR code does not need an internet connection. Simply you need a app which scans the QR code on your smartphone. So using your smartphone, you can scan this QR code, and once you scan this QR code, you will read all the information what you have typed. After downloading this QR code, you can rename this file so that if there are suppose 10 trees in your school, so you can name the trees according to the name, according to their names, QR code, so that you don't get like which for which tree which QR code is there. So this is a very simple way to generate static QR codes.
You should also scan it and
Here,
show
ma'am,
it
but I won't be able to connect my
on the screen.
phone. It won't be visible now, ma'am. What we can do is if we want to check this QR code, you can open up any web browser also. Here you can click on the camera, upload a file. In the downloads, like we had our QR code, we simply click on this and we open it up. So this way, the QR codes, we can scan our QR code. So it shows us the information of that QR code. Maybe right now it's not scanning, but when you will scan it with your smartphone, it shows us the information whatever we have typed in our window. Similarly, if you want to create the QR code, dynamic QR code, for that you need to type the URL. For the URL, suppose we go on Wikipedia and we want to link this web page to our QR code. These are the steps for generating dynamic QR codes. So when you will be you want to link your QR code to a website, you simply copy the link of that website and then paste that link on the URL option given to you on the screen of QR code monkey website. So once you type the QR code, your QR code now will be embedded with this link. But to open this link, you will be needing internet connection. That's why this is a dynamic QR code. Again, you can set the colors, you can add some logo image, you can customize this design. And then on the right hand side, you need to click on create QR code. Once you are done with this, your QR code has been created and now you can click on download PNG. When you click on this, you need not to log in, you need not to register on this website. Simply your QR code then gets downloaded and you can check your downloaded QR code in your downloads option. So like you can check the QR code which was right now generated. This is the dynamic QR code. This QR code is embedded with your link to Wikipedia. And when you scan this QR code, this will open up to Wikipedia and it will show you that. So in this session, we learned how to create static and dynamic QR codes. Static is more useful for the schools as it does not need any internet connection. It does not need any storage. You are not worried whether the data wherever you have stored it gets changed. The text, whatever you type, it gets embedded in the QR code. But in case of dynamic, if the link gets changed, then you won't be able to open it up because the link which you have embedded will not open up. So simply you will be generating these QR codes and after generating these QR codes, yes sir,
So downloaded QR code.
it's open up sir. So you can at your end also. So ma'am, you can scan and it gets opened up. Yes sir.
Now scan this.
We have scanned it ma'am. It's opening.
We should show it there.
That's a photo नहीं खींचता
So scanner I have.
That's the available right.
So at your end, you can scan these QR codes and one or both you can try. One will show you the static information and this one will will take you to Wikipedia. After generating static or dynamic QR codes, you need to label these QR codes with lamination. You need to laminate these QR codes, and after lamination, you need to place these QR codes on your trees, on the flora which is available in your school campus. After completing this activity, you all the schools will be updating this information on the Eco Clubs for Mission Life web portal. Now we will be demonstrating you how to log into the portal, how you will explore the portal and how you will be updating the activity details of this activity on the web portal. And I request all the schools to please reach to ecoclubs.education.gov.in to reach to that Eco Clubs for Mission Life web portal and explore the portal. If you face any issue, you can reach to us. We have already circulated a manual and tutorial videos for the help of all the school principals and Eco Club in charges to log into the portal. Still, we will be available. We will be flashing our link also for all the schools for 1 week, 9 a.m. to 10 a.m. And if you face any issue, you can connect to us. You can reach to the department and we will try our best to resolve your queries.
So before we proceed for the demonstration of the Eco Clubs portal, I would also like to request all the schools, all the Eco Club coordinators, the teacher in charge, that this activity, maximum activity, should be undertaken on the Earth Day itself, that is 22nd April. And of course, we are giving an 8-day window that is up to the 30th of April. Can you go back to that slide? Previous.
Earth date wala.
Earth date.
Previous one. Back.
Previous.
Back.
One more.
22nd April to 30th April is the period during which you can undertake this activity of generating QR codes and fixing them to the flora in your school premises or in a nearby park. So once you generate the QR code and take a print, you can get it laminated so that it is all weather. We have already circulated the detailed procedure, the SOP, with this DO letter dated 11th of April last week. And as was just mentioned, we are going to run a helpline every day for 1 hour, 9 to 10 a.m. so that if there are any hiccups, any teething troubles with generation of QR codes, then you can log into this helpline and so that your queries can be answered and you can be helped. But I would urge all the states and UTs once more to undertake maximum activity on Earth Day itself and upload the activity on the Eco Clubs for Mission Life portal, which we are just going to generate. Next. So this is a sample of the QR code and how you are going to hang it on the flora in your school. And this was a cue taken from Secretary Sir's visit to one of the schools. And of course, we are now requesting you to translate it on ground. Next. Yeah. So over to, you will make the?
Okay. Ma'am, I'll be.
Okay. Over to the demonstration for Eco Clubs for Mission Life portal.
Thank you. A very good morning. So to reach to the portal on any web browser, we need to type ecoclubs.education.gov.in. After typing the URL, you will land on this home page of Eco Clubs for Mission Life. So you can explore the portal, and now onwards, Nidhi will demonstrate you
Okay, thank you, JS ma'am and Reenu ma'am, for sharing key insights on the QR codes and the Earth Day events that we are going to create. So for the portal walkthrough, so the URL, as Reenu ji mentioned, it is ecoclubs.education.gov.in.
You should actually write this on a slide and project it properly.
So slide we have already mentioned.
एक
Show,
notepad में तो
दिखा
Please go
दीजिए,
to the
दिखा दीजिए.
presentation. So,
हाँ बड़ा कर दो बेटे, zoom it in.
next. हाँ ये रहा.
हाँ, yes.
So this is the web address,
Enlarge
URL.
Enlarge the slide.
हाँ you can full screen कर दो इसको.
Yes, ma'am.
Go to the slide view.
यहाँ से full screen.
हाँ. Yeah.
So ecoclubs.education.gov.in. So in any web browser, our portal is compatible with all the web browsers. On any web browser, in the search engine, you can type ecoclubs.education.gov.in. When you type this, you can just type on the.
So we can directly, I can access it.
So when we click on this, we'll land on the home page of the portal.
So this is the land. So this is the landing page for the Eco Clubs for Mission Life portal. This is ecoclubs.education.gov.in. Once the
Slowly. Go a little slowly.
once the user access this URL, they would be they would be seeing this welcome page, wherein we have added the logos for Eco Clubs for Mission Life, and all the necessary and important portals. So we have, at the welcome screen, we have certain photos and real life images of the events that have been conducted across the schools in Pan India. So if we just scroll towards the right, we'll be able to see some of the live pictures that have been taken. And as JS ma'am mentioned, we have one of the important message from Honorable Prime Minister Modi ji at COP26. So these are the 7 Eco Clubs for Mission Life themes that were discussed as part of the PPT. These are adopt healthy lifestyles, adopt sustainable food systems, reduce waste, reduce e-waste, save energy, save water, say no to single-use plastic. So whenever a user clicks on any one of the themes, they would be able to see certain sub-themes. So you can see for adopt healthy lifestyles, we have several sub-themes including plantation drive, nature walk, awareness session, poster making, debate, environment day celebration, and Flora QR codes.
In the right side, you can see for the 22nd April Earth Day, we have already created one sub theme under Adopt Healthy Lifestyles, Flora QR codes. So under this only you will be updating all the event details.
So all the events, as ma'am mentioned, for Flora QR codes would be visible in this particular sub theme. Also, we do have a participation at a glance, like for this theme, what is the participation looks like across the India, that how many states have created an event on this portal. This would be the number of states, the total number of districts, the total number of schools that have actually created an event using the portal. We also have included 2 videos. They are like the message from Prakriti, which is the official mascot for the portal. So we can have we can play one of the video.
हेलो अर्थ हीरोज, मैं प्रकृति हूँ और आज मैं आपके साथ कुछ शानदार सुझाव साझा करने आई हूँ ताकि आप हमारी पृथ्वी की रक्षा कर सकें। साथ मिलकर हम ऊर्जा बचाने, कचरा कम करने और पृथ्वी को एक स्वच्छ और हरा भरा स्थान बनाने के मजेदार तरीके सीखेंगे। क्या आप अर्थ हीरो बनने के लिए तैयार हैं? तो चलिए शुरू करते हैं। 1. स्वस्थ जीवन शैली अपनाएं। क्या आप असल जिंदगी के सुपर हीरो बनना चाहते हैं? ताजा फल खाएं, बाहर खेलें, अपने शरीर और मन का ध्यान रखें। स्वस्थ रहने से आपको वह करने की ढेर सारी ऊर्जा मिलेगी जो आप पसंद करते हैं और आप हमारी धरती की रक्षा भी कर सकेंगे। यह एक सुपर पावर की तरह है जो पृथ्वी को और भी खुशहाल बनाती है। 2. सतत खाद्य प्रणालियां अपनाएं। खाने के शौकीन दोस्तों, क्या आप धरती की मदद करना चाहते हैं? स्थानीय और मौसमी खाद्य पदार्थ चुनिए। ठीक वैसे ही है।
So these are two videos that we have uploaded in Hindi and English. Um,
This is the same video which is in
yes,
Hindi
ma'am.
and English.
Same video
Yes,
in
ma'am.
Hindi and English. We have an message from Honorable Prime Minister Modi ji embedded. This video has been embedded over here, and there is a short write-up on the eco clubs for Mission Life. Then we have this stepwise guide for the users to understand and guide them basically to how to use this portal. So the first step would be school login access using the UDICE ID and the OTP. So basically the schools can log in using the registered UDICE ID directly, and they would be getting the mobile OTP over their registered emails and phone numbers. So that way the school can log in. Then we have the event initiation. The event can be initiated. The schools can create the event based on the mission life themes. Then we also have a provision for the faculty assignment. Faculty assignment, so the school principal will have the authority for creating faculties and assigning faculties the relevant events, because it might be the case the principal might not be handling all the events. They would want the faculties to manage few of the events. So faculty assignment will take care of that. Next is the event approval. Event approval is only possible with the school login. So once the event has been created and the images and all the details have been uploaded, it will be approved by the school principal login. Also, we have added a feature for the collaboration. If some school finds an event suitable or interesting, or maybe they want to connect with the another school, they can use the collaboration feature, and that the details of that school who sends the invite will be shared with the school. And finally, we have the impact analysis. If the sole purpose is to actually assess what is the the different impacts and what is the overall benefit that we are getting from these events and conserving the environment. So these are the objectives and goals of the portal, and we have also added some important links for the publications. All the upcoming events would be visible here. So we have certain events across India that are lined up for today and the coming dates. So those events will show up over here. These are the social media handles for the Ministry of Education page. So we have all the five social media pages embedded over here. So we'll start with the login process for the schools now.
Chatbot. Chat.
Further, we have added the chatbot functionality. If the users face any issues while accessing and logging in the portal or creating an event, they can accordingly select the category of their query, and we have certain subqueries within that particular category. So let's say I am facing some issues, or any school is facing any issues in registration and login. They can click on say, so what if schools has not so for example, they have not received, they're not getting the OTP, so they can reach out these three help IDs that we have set up. This is the contact.ecoclubs-edu@gov.in, info.edu.ecoclubs-edu@gov.in, help.ecoclubs-edu@gov.in. So basically, the users can reach out to us on these three email IDs, and we'll try to resolve the queries. For the school login. So basically, the school will be needing the UDICE code. That is their UDICE code. They can enter here and click on send OTP. So as mentioned, the OTP would be sent to their registered UDICE registered email and mobile numbers. Registered email IDs and mobile numbers. So this is a test ID. Once you get the OTP, you can provide that OTP. Enter the CAPTCHA here. Let me just.
Can you check whether
You
it's
said-
audible to people?
होईल करा.
Yeah.
Give it.
So this is the school dashboard. Once the school logins using the registered uh, phone number and the UDICE code of the school, you get the OTP, and after entering the OTP, there is no registration for the school. Only the school need to have the UDICE code plus the registered phone number on which the OTP will be sent. So this is a dedicated dashboard for the school. Every school will be having its own dedicated dashboard in which the whole year activities, whatever activities the school will be entering, will be visible on the portal.
Good morning all. So I'd like to take it forward from here. As you know, it's a mission for all the students to actively participate along with the staff. So here you see a drill down based dashboard where you can see overall events, number of samplings planted, how much harvest produced, amount of waste collected, number of leaks detected, amount of plastic wastage collected, energy saved, amount of e-waste collected. And there are a detailed dashboard on a monthly based activity. Is it a digital activity or is it a physical activity? Maybe sometimes you do both together. So you will see a Dyson slice of all that information along with the event types. And once if you want to create an event, you need to click on the create event. So once you go to the create event, the beauty of this page is, see, when I speak, right, see, it is typing. So basically it has a provision where you can create event using your own mother language, mother tongue. So you can select your mother tongue and you can do it. See, as of now the default language is English, but if you want to change the language, you need to go to the set language. And once you set that language, you can, the minute you speak, it will basically create that event using your mother language. So once you
of event, not more than 50 words.
Name of event, then you will give a brief description and what is the theme and sub theme, because this is very important.
Mission life theme.
So you will select, do you see, right, it is basically asking, so I can hear and I can fill in the data. So here I'm selecting example save energy.
Mission life sub-themes.
It will show you the sub themes available and I will select the sub theme, and
Mode
will
of
give me
implementation.
you're going to do it this on a digital mode or a physical mode, and what is the type of event you are
Type
going
of
to
event.
action based or awareness based or action as well as awareness based, and how many
Number
events
of
you are going
events.
to, because sometimes what happens, you may plan events in multiple locations or in more than one event, and you can give a date and time, and if your college, state and district as well as city, and submit. Once you submit all these details, it goes to a event management. So in the event management, basically you can see all the example here. We have given one of the events, so you can see all the event details and the age demographics, who all participated, because once the event is in place or once the event is over, so then you need to give more details like what is the age demography, example, how many students from age 3 to 8 participated, 8 to 11 participated, 11 to 14 participated, and you need to upload 5 images and 2 videos, so that we will have all that information with us, and you will upload the QR code here. If you see,
labeled with QR code.
you are creating a QR code, so you can put that QR code here and number of saplings.
Number of saplings planted.
So you will see all that information, and once we have that information, you can see all the event lists in one place. See, these are the couple of the events which we have created. These are test events, but you can see all the events in one place. And as mentioned earlier, once the school creates an event, then the admin of the school, either a principal or a super admin, can approve or reject that event. So you can see all the events details here, and all the uploaded images in one place. And once they agree, once they approve, then this will get published on the public portal of Eco Clubs. So that's the way it works. So there is a monetization on the school level. So school can control what to show, what not to show, and if you would like to remove one of the photograph or one of the videos, you have all those flexibilities in place. And there is a eco calendar, because this is very important. If you see, there are two different color coded event calendar here event. So one is that the ministry can send event for you, so which is maybe on a national or a state level, so that will get represented in blue, and then the red color is the one which school can create activity. So you can see all those activities in one place, and you can see all the details, and you can just scroll through. If you would like to plan in future, like example, for the next month you would like to plan, so you can see all the details. You can go back and forth, and you can see the calendar, and you can schedule, you can plan and execute the events. At the same time, there is another thing what we created is, because sometimes what happens, maybe a person who is actively involved maybe is on leave, so you can basically assign that to other registered faculty of your school. So principal can access this particular page, and example, reduce e-wastage. You already have one of the resource, but you would like to assign another resource because the current resource is on leave. So you can select that particular one resource set to that particular subcategory or a category, and you can assign the login to them, so that they can create the events for the school. And at the same time, you have a faculty management where you can add all the faculty, and we have set language I already mentioned earlier. Example, if you want to do everything in Hindi, so all you need to do is you need to select Hindi. So what happens, the entire portal will become in Hindi, so you will see all the details in Hindi. So the same thing applies for all other languages. I'm just switching back to English. So this is the way you can communicate back and forth and create lots of events. And at the same time, as Renuji mentioned a few minutes back, that you can collaborate. Let's say you have seen one very interesting event on the portal. So let's say I go back to the portal, and I see one of the event example inside Save Water, and I see one of the event is pasted here. So I can communicate back. किसमें है एक sample?
Oh yes,
Sir, QR codes.
QR codes.
First.
Adopt healthy lifestyle.
lifestyles.
Then
QR codes.
फिर से ये वाले नहीं बैक नीचे पोस्टर मीटिंग
और नीचे जाइए QR yes.
So let's say, see, this is one of the event created by some other college from some other state, but I'm interested to collaborate and understand how they did. So what happens is, you can click on this collaborate. That's one thing, so that you can interact with that school. And at the same time, imagine you created one wonderful event, and you have executed, and which got approved and got published on the Eco Clubs. So now they want to collaborate with you. So there are a two-way collaboration what we have created in this. So you can see all the details. Example, in this particular event, it's about healthy lifestyles, Flora QR codes. It's a physical event happened, and all the details once you see, and it is from this particular state. And if you want to collaborate, you need to click on this. And at the same time, we have given a socialization also, because the more we share, right, the more people will receive this information. So you can share this particular event details with your friends, colleagues and family members by clicking any of those social icons. And at the same time, you can rate it, once you log in, there is a provision of giving a rating, thumbs up or down. So based on that, the overall AI logic will change, and the more thumbs up will come on top, because there are hundreds of thousands of events are going to happen. So once you click on the collaborate, what happens? You need to log in. Once you log in, you will get a page where you can ask for help, and that information basically comes on this particular collaboration area. If you see here, right, one is received, the second one is sent. So if you sent a request for a collaboration, you need to click on the send. You see all the collaborations which you sent it to other colleges, and you can see all the details of that particular event organizer. And at the same time, you have received some requests, so you can see all those details in one particular place, and you can communicate with them, and you can basically share your experience with all other schools. And at the same time, you have objectives and goals, we have publications, and there are a lot of social campaigning is going to happen, and who all stakeholders involved in this. So you can see all that information in one place. So the beauty of this portal is it's very fast, it's multilingual. So let's say you are from one of the southern state. So all you need to do is just click on that particular logo. It translates the entire website into the local language. So not only that, you can even select the language and you can hear. So it has advanced capabilities, where the communication as well as we want to remove the barriers, language barriers. So we have added all those options in place. So you can browse through the entire portal. If you see right now, this entire portal became in Telugu language. So like this, you can select a language of your choice, and you can translate the entire portal in one place. And we have created all the social elements in one particular place, because the thought process is not only creating an events, sharing those events in the social media, which is very, very important, because the students, faculty, all are coming together, working together. I think we need to make sure the entire world see our work. And we have created a placeholders in Facebook, we have created a social placeholder in X, we have created social placeholder in YouTube, Instagram, as well as LinkedIn. So once you have this in place, we will share the keywords with you and tagging, so that you can tag all these activities, so that the people can see it. And at the same time, we have created this wonderful chatbot. If you see the chatbot right now, it become in Telugu language. So whatever language you want to interact with the chatbot. So we have created that kind of easiness, because lot of times you may have n number of questions in your mind. So the chatbot will basically help you to do it. Example, I have a question on the registration and login. I don't need to communicate with anyone. The chatbot will give you all the information in one place. And if you see right in your local language, and if you are interested to to go through one of the option, you can go through, it will give you all that options in place. So I'm just switching back to English. I hope you got that point, right? So this portal is for everyone. Okay, so at the same time, we have a faculty login, because as we already mentioned, the principal is a super admin. He can add n number of faculties below. So the faculty can add their respective theme based events to it. So as we have 7 sub themes, so adaptive health, we have a themes as well as sub themes. So example, if you to reduce waste, right, we have a sub theme into it. So if I'm interested to see what all activities are happening on the national level for the reduce waste, all I need to do is just go to the portal and click on this particular link, and I see a sub themes there, and I will click on the sub theme to see more details. And at the same time, if you come little down, right, you will see participation at the glance, because how many districts, how many states are participating, how many schools are participating. So you see all those details in one place. Anything more, ma'am? So we will open for questions.
But it's not two-way, no?
It's not too.
Right.
So
But-
basically,
But people who are there, if people have joined through the VC link,
Yes.
then they can ask questions. You can, ask.
so state officials, if any issue, any state is facing or want to raise any question, we are here to answer, please.
And also share the link for the
helpline.
Yes, ma'am.
वो भी एक इसमें
We've already shared.
share.
Please type it on a
Yes, ma'am.
slide.
Good morning, madam. Can I from Meghalaya?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes.
Jennifer.
Yes, yes, ma'am. Very good morning, madam. Thank you for giving me this opportunity, madam. Yes, it is a new platform, as to say, because schools have not yet done it, so we will not be able to say that detect what is the problem they will be arising. So for that fact, madam, if we can have a ready, like you share your online this helpline numbers with us, like you have said now, so that would be better, ma'am, because while doing only we'll be facing problem. If we don't do practically, we will not be facing any problem. So if you have we'll just go by the link, and if we have the helpline number, and if somebody else help us, like Madam Renu was mentioning, that from 10 to from 9 to 6 in the evening, so that will be much helpful, madam, because sometimes we have problems with network issues and all. So if this is this if suppose there, anybody can enter the data after they, because it will not
Supporting
be
data.
linked with the location, no, madam, because if they enter, if suppose the activities has been conducted in that particular school, but that was not updated in the system due to the fact that the internet connectivity is not there, so there is some probable that this information will be stored when once the internet is here, like means like a cloud system, ma'am.
Uh, Jennifer, we have already shared one manual and plus tutorial videos. If the state will have any issue, they can watch those videos, they can go through the tutorial, and still facing any issue, from tomorrow onwards, we'll be flashing a link on the portal itself, like for the VC link, which will be live for 1 hour, 9 a.m. to 10 a.m. The schools can join that VC, and they can raise their queries to us, they can put up their queries to us, and we'll be there to help them out.
Okay, madam, and apart of that, if we have any issue, then we'll take your help, madam.
Yes, yes, Jennifer, we are here.
Okay, ma'am,
And
thank
for
you,
the
ma'am.
states also. Okay, Jennifer.
What is this?
These are the email IDs, ma'am. So these are the email IDs which we have created for the help. Any school facing any issue can uh, send us an email, and also a helpline number is there that you can type. I can type.
वो भी type
Please
करें.
type. Yes, ma'am. So we have in the manual also, on the last page of the manual, 21st page, we have mentioned the helpline number as well as the email IDs which the schools can use to send their queries to us.
No, these are email addresses at which they will send an
Contact
email.
number is there, ma'am.
Contact number भी दे.
Contact number is there, ma'am. Yes.
No, no.
Helpline
What is
number.
the link at which you all will be available from 9 to 10?
So that we'll be flashing from tomorrow today onwards, ma'am, on the website, ma'am.
Why can't
That
you
will be
show it
created.
here today?
Ma'am, it is not created right now. So public.
Ma'am, as you have another technical question on the passive saving, basically the event management is a workflow driven. What it means is you will initiate an event. Once you finish the event, then you will upload the activities, photographs, as well as demographic information and video information on the event page. So it's a workflow driven, and once you finish and submit that information, it basically goes for a super admin for an approval. Once they approve, then it will get displayed on the website. So having said that, the web, mobile app what we are going to release, that have a passive saving capability, so that once you have the internet in place, it will get uploaded on the portal. I hope I answered your question.
So, Jennifer, the
Yes,
thing
madam.
is that I would like you to encourage your schools to start logging in today itself.
Okay, ma'am.
And if there is any problem, then this helpline number or the email addresses, they can be used to put your queries, and they will be answered. And from 9 to 10, beginning tomorrow, Renu?
Yes, ma'am.
Beginning
From
tomorrow,
9 to 10.
9 to 10, we will be having this online question answer session. So if you have any problems, you can log on to that link, and the help team will be there to answer and solve the problems.
Okay,
Now, I would repeat this for all the states that please encourage the schools to start logging in today itself so that there is no problem on the 22nd. We would encourage you to do this so that the uploading of activities happens smoothly on the 22nd.
And we have some questions from the states also. Like Jharkhand has asked whether the manual, we'll be providing the manual in Hindi as well. And Hindi and English version we will be uploading on the portal itself. So from the portal also the schools can download the manual in English as well as in Hindi.
So please upload the manuals today itself on the portal.
Yes, ma'am. So by end of the day, all both the manual in English as well as the Hindi version will be there on the portal.
Also, go to the PPT and show the notification slide.
Yes, ma'am. This one. Yes. नहीं ये वाला. Second last. Yes.
Good morning, ma'am.
Good morning.
So, who's this?
Suhasini.
Ma'am, I'm from Andhra Pradesh, ma'am. Suhasini speaking, ma'am.
So Hasini, let me just show the notification and then we will take your question. So this is the Eco Clubs for Mission Life Constitution notification. Now we would request each and every school to have this notification regarding the constitution of the Eco Club for Mission Life at a prominent place in the school. Every school has a place for notices, like a notice board or charts where the children's charts are hung. So it'll be nice to have this notification hung at an appropriate place in the school. It gives out the names of the teacher in charge and the student members, and it has a place for signatures of the Eco Club president as well as the teacher in charge. So it would be nice. It lists out the 7 themes of Mission Life. So when I had the opportunity of visiting a few schools in the field, there was an eco club all right in the school, but this notification had not been hung in the school. So I would urge all the principals and teachers who have joined us in the webinar to ensure that this notification is put up in an appropriate place in the school. Yes, Suhasini.
Good morning, ma'am. Ma'am, it is
Yes.
a very robust portal. Once we start operating it, everyone will be knowing about the operation of the portal. Just now, madam said that super admin. So the principal will be the super admin or the nodal officer at the state will be the super admin. So from the schools directly will it be uploaded, or is there any intervention for the nodal officer to upload the events,
No,
to submit or approve?
So Hasini ma'am, only the school principal is the super admin school login. So school principal will be uploading the event details and approving all the details. We will be having a separate login for the state nodals where they can check how many schools participated and the total participation details, event details for their respective states, UTs and ABs.
Thank you, ma'am. And one more question, ma'am. That is,
yes, ma'am.
You said that we have to create either a dynamic or static QR codes.
Yes, ma'am.
So at school level, or we have to create these dynamic and static QR codes, or at nodal officer level, we can create and we can send.
No, ma'am, because you don't know how many trees are there in the school campus.
And you don't know which trees are there in this.
What is the type of the flora is there. So it is a school activity, ma'am. And this is basically for the schools. They can consider it as a science learning, science and digital learning activity.
Yes, because the thrill of generating a QR code oneself, let the children experience that, Suhasini.
Okay, thank you, ma'am. Thank you.
And there was one more question from the state that like the school UDI, the school has to log in using the school UDI's code. So some states were of the option that like the school principals, they get transferred. So I want to clear here that if the school principal transfers, the UDI's profile for the school is always live. Anytime we can change the the registered mobile number on the school profile. So it will not create any issue to log into the portal.
Any more questions from any other state?
Excuse me, ma'am. May I ask one question, ma'am? This is Ismail from the Andhra Pradesh only.
Yes, please.
Ma'am, I believe in the state admin login, there will be list of schools with the UDAY scores who are submitted so that we can follow up who are not yet
Yes, sir.
submitted or initiated. The second
Sir,
Yes,
point,
sir.
yeah, thank you very much, madam. The second point is, so the state admin logins will be provided by you within short time. Am I right, ma'am?
yes,
Or
sir.
we need to
Sir,
create, we need to create registration, or we need to do from our end.
no need, no need. I mean, it's all integrated. We will provide the logins. It has a very detailed dashboard with the heat maps so that you can see that example in Andhra, in Tirupati district, how many schools participated, which subcategory they have participated, what is the age demographics, which school is doing which activity. So all the Dyson slice of information of the key performance indication dashboard is already in place. We will provide the login so that you can see all the details in one place, sir.
Yes, sir, and we want to understand once this event is done and those reports, videos, photographs uploaded, that we can see on the portal. What about the social handles who are supposed to upload? If school is supposed to upload, how can we know? Is there any tracker that we need to put so that schools may mention on that we are already uploaded on the social media handles, or is there any way to do this, suggest, sir?
I mean, the only way to track on the social media is the keywords. So hashtag is the one. Basically we will provide few hashtags as I mentioned earlier. So that hashtag we need to generate a report out of those social media components. But having said that, the thought process here is to involve all the stakeholders. So from your side also, what you can do is, from a state point of view, we can say from Andhra Pradesh side, we did so many events. So you can also hashtag it and share it within the social media elements. And at the same time, school level or district magistrate or collectors level, we can involve all these various stakeholders, which we encourage to do it in on that level, sir.
Yes, sir. Thank you, sir. Good idea, sir. We'll create some our state-specific one keyword will provide. In the same way, the district keyword also will provide so that we can track from which district have done. Thank you so much, sir.
Yes.
Thank you, sir.
And needless to say that this time we are not going to generate a Google tracker in which we will expect you all to give us the information regarding the events. This time we will expect you and urge you to utilize the portal in order to capture and upload the activities being undertaken.
Ma'am, I have a question. Will the videos that has been mentioned, will they be also uploaded on the website? How to do
The videos and the manual, along with the manual, you can
Yes, ma'am. Yes, sir.
do that.
We can do that.
Kindly give your name, introduce yourself, please.
Ma'am, this is Nishant from Ladakh. Thank you.
From
From Ladakh.
Ladakh. Okay. Yes, the videos and the manual will be uploaded.
Thank you.
Good morning, ma'am.
Yes, Kurma, good morning.
The portal and the QR code generation is really interesting, ma'am. It will definitely enthuse the students, ma'am. We'll ensure that all the schools will actively participate, ma'am. But only one thing, ma'am, being the kind of holiday season, holiday from April 10th, holiday started, ma'am, in Karnataka as per our calendar. So we'll try to ensure as much participation as possible. That's the only thing.
Yes, I would request you to devise a way to elicit as much participation, but I do understand that those states where holidays have started there will be some limitation there.
Yes, sir. Thank you.
Thanks.
Any other query, please?
Hello, ma'am. Good morning, ma'am. From Maharashtra.
Yes, good morning.
As you told that if the principal, the headmaster has transferred, then the UDAS, the mobile number will be different. So from the UDAS school profile, we can change his number, or we can change from the state or district his uh, need information regarding this.
He's asking about.
UDICE. So, sir, UDICE number will be changed on the UDICE portal itself, sir. When the schools have a unique UDICE code, when you log into the UDICE portal, there the school profile is there, and in that profile you can update the phone number. If the principal is getting transferred or some other reason,
It is from the state level, or it is from the district level, or itself there the school can be changed as their mobile numbers. I'm asking this.
no, sir, it is from the school level only.
Okay, no issue. Yes, ma'am. Thank you for.
Thank you, sir.
See, here we are integrating the UDIs. So what it means is you don't need to re-register your school.
Yes.
So all you need to do is just key in your UDI's number. It will send a OTP to the registered mobile number of that particular school. So that way we have did a deep integration so that you don't need to re-register your college details again. School details again. And at the same time, let us say principal may not be actively participating in creating the events, so we have given a provision principal can assign the tasks of creating events, uploading events to a faculty, so that faculty management is also in place. So what it means is when the faculty try to log in, they will also use the same UDI's ID, and we will give, that portal will create a username and password for them. So once they give that password, it will basically allows them to create a event for that respective school.
So the mobile number which is registered on UDICE, that is the one which will be which has been integrated. Any other state, any other query? Fine. So if there are no more queries, we can close the webinar. And I once again take this opportunity to thank all the states and union territories and the autonomous bodies that have joined us today. And I am closing
Hello?
with the hope that, yes,
Hello.
Chhattisgarh, ma'am.
yes, Chhattisgarh, any query?
Hello.
Yes, sir, you are audible.
Hello.
Sir, regarding Earth Day activities, we have already circulated a DO letter and QR codes for Flora. This activity has been planned for celebrating Earth Day.
Okay, ma'am. Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you.
We can put up those letters also on the portal.
And all the DO letters will be there, will be available on the portal itself also.
And I once again.
Any other state having any issue, please let us know.
Okay, so closing with thanks and hoping to see maximum participation as we did in
Yeah.
as
We
we
got the
did
answer,
in
ma'am. We wanted to know what are the activities which we are supposed to do during the World Earth Day, and we got the answer, ma'am. Thank you, ma'am.
all right, all right.
DO letter.
So hoping to see maximum numbers on the 22nd and wishing you all a very happy Earth Day in advance. Thank you very much.